Are you an empath or codependent? Let's find out. I'm going to describe 3 common relationship scenarios, and your job is to tell me if it's healthy empathy or if it's crossing the line into codependency. Hi, I'm Karina Aybar, psychotherapist and coach, and I make videos about setting boundaries without feeling guilty, parentification, and generational trauma recovery so that you can understand why you feel the way you do and how to heal it with compassion and practical tools. Now, are you ready? Here's the first one. Let me emphasize that this is super common in many relationships and amongst my clients and members. So let's begin and dive into scenario number 1. Picture this. You have plans tonight that you have been looking forward to all week, and then your friend calls and they are completely distraught. They just got some really bad news and are falling apart. Now, what is your immediate gut reaction? If your first thought is to drop everything, cancel your own plans without a second thought, and rush over because you feel an intense, frantic need to fix their problem and make them feel better, if their pain instantly becomes your pain and you feel personally responsible for taking that pain away, then what is that? If you're related to that, that is a classic sign of codependency. And it just doesn't happen with friendships, evidently. It happens the most in intimate relationships, but it also happens with familial one. Now, here is why. Empathy is feeling with someone. Emphasis on with someone. You can say, wow, that sounds incredibly painful. I am here for you, right? But codependency is feeling responsible for their feelings. It is when you absorb their emotions and feel a compulsive need to rescue them, often at the expense of your own needs. An empathic response would be to listen, validate, and offer support that doesn't require you to abandon yourself. The codependent response is to make their crisis your entire world. All right, let's move on to scenario number 2, right? This one gets tricky because it deals with the early stages of our relationship. Let's say that you've been seeing someone for a little while now and you feel like you are building a real connection. In fact, you feel like you know them. You have invested time, emotional connection, energy, and you are starting to feel attached. They start to feel like they're your soulmate. And you decide to be vulnerable and express a need to them. And maybe you say, hey, it would mean a lot to me if we could plan our dates a little more in advance. Or I feel a bit disconnected when I don't hear from you for a few days. Now, here is the fork on the road. Their response is not great, right? They say something like, what do you mean? I've been calling you, or maybe this is getting a little bit too intense, or you're being a little bit too clingy or needy, right? Or we're just having fun. Why do you need to label everything and make it so serious? And instantly you feel a sting of shame and confusion, and the self-doubt kicks in. You start asking yourself, are they right? Am I being too needy? My goodness, maybe I'm being too much. Is this my own anxiety and past trauma sabotaging a good thing? Or are they dismissing a perfectly reasonable request? So what do? The codependent path is to immediately retreat. You apologize, you backpedal, and you tell yourself, they're right, it's too soon. I need to be more chill. Right? So you decide to ignore the bad feeling in your gut because you have already invested so much time and emotion and you really want this to work. So you are prioritizing the potential of the relationship over the reality of how you are being treated right now. And now let's make it clear. There are times that our anxious attachment may be showing up a lot. However, that is why it's so important to run things by someone more neutral, seek support, and if you cannot, just write it down. Write the evidence from a more detached space of whether they have been calling, how do you feel when you are around them, do they affirm you, right? Do they take the time to plan a date? Do they take the time to listen to you, or do they make it about themselves? So let's check the facts. Right? The empathetic and healthy response, it starts with self-empathy. You pause and validate your own feelings. You tell yourself, it is okay to have needs. It is okay to ask for what I want. My feelings are valid. And you recognize that their reaction isn't about you being needy. It's about their capacity to meet you in a vulnerable conversation. A healthy partner would say, okay, I hear that. Thanks for telling me. They wouldn't make you feel ashamed for having a need. The healthy path is to see this dismissal not as a reflection of your worth, but as a crucial data about their emotional availability. You don't try to force it to work. You use this information to decide if this relationship is actually right for you, and especially after multiple occasions where they have made you feel dismissed and invalidated. Okay, let's move on to the last one. Your partner wants to go to a big social event this weekend, but you are feeling completely burnt out from work and you need to rest. Your immediate thought is to say yes and push through it because you are terrified that the saying no will start a fight. You're worried that they will think you are not fun, or worse, that they will get tired of you and start pulling away. So you have a choice. You say yes to keep the peace, or you say no to take care of yourself, right? What did you choose? Let me know in the comments what would be the healthy response. You see, saying no is the opposite of codependency. That fear of conflict or abandonment is a core driver of codependent behavior. You're not just avoiding a fight, you are actually trying to manage your partner's feelings to ensure your own safety in the relationship. That's a survival mechanism. Healthy empathy is understanding their disappointment. I know you are looking forward to this while still holding your boundary. Perhaps you can come up with a compromise, spend some time first, and then they go, finding out any way that you can work it out, but not override your needs immediately. You can say, unfortunately, I cannot go. I need to rest. And this isn't about being selfish. It's sustainable. You are teaching them that your needs are valid. So how did you do? Remember, the goal is not to be perfect. It's just to notice the patterns. If you saw some codependent habits in yourself and you can identify them in your relationships, that's okay. The first step is awareness. Take a deep breath. This is not a judgment, it's an observation, and awareness is the most important step. Breaking these patterns is not about one big change. We tend to actually pull away completely when we're sensing that they are pulling away, so you may end up sabotaging the relationship and build up resentment over time because you have not addressed your needs and wants out of fear of being perceived as needy, as clingy, as too difficult or intense, or fear of conflict, but then end up sabotaging the dynamics by not bringing it up, right? If you don't bring it up, how would you find out if they're reasonable people? How would you find out if they would validate your needs and understand you? That is actually an opportunity to deepen the relationship and to get to know each other. Think about it, right? Breaking free from these patterns isn't about, just getting to this dramatic change. It's about small, consistent shifts and action. So here are 2 mindsets to adopt and 3 actions to take today. Mindset number 1, my feelings are my responsibility. It is okay to be sad or anxious without needing your partner to fix it. Now, mindset number 2. Discomfort is not danger. Setting a boundary will feel uncomfortable at first. That discomfort is a sign of growth, not a sign that you are doing something wrong. I cannot emphasize this enough. Now for the actions. Number 1, schedule a solo date. That is the first assignment that I give my clients. Go to a coffee shop without your phone, just a notebook, and reconnect with your own thoughts. Pick one thing you loved doing before your relationship or before you were in that relationship, even if you broke up already, right? Reading in a park, going to a museum, go to the movies, whatever, and do it by yourself for an hour this week. Do it for yourself and see how it feels. It may be uncomfortable at first, but this is a way of reminding yourself that you have an identity outside of your relationship or relationships, okay? Tool number 2, practice an information delay. What do I mean by that? Instead of texting them every thought, wait an hour. Make a decision on your own to rebuild trust in your own judgment. Create a text-free window for just 30 minutes a day. Put your phone down and be with your own thoughts. Be with yourself. Listen to music, a podcast, right? Listen to these kinds of videos. I welcome you here. It helps to break the cycle of constant contact. Now, tool number 3, practice a gentle no. If you are tired, instead of agreeing to watch their show, try saying, I would love to another time, but tonight I just need to unwind. And that is okay. It is also important, if they're too distracted, to say, hey, I'm tired now, but maybe we can just have uninterrupted time later to chat. And this isn't about pushing them away. This isn't about, you controlling everything and the narrative. No, it's about building a stronger you to bring to the relationship. You've got this. You are a whole person outside of your relationship, and it's time to get acquainted with yourself. Now, if this was helpful, please subscribe for more on building healthy relationships. Remember, the first relationship that we must have is a healthy one with ourselves, and that can extend to our relationships with others. I will see you in the next video, and please remember your resilience.